Hello. Just get rid of you, bean, right here. And take some of this stuff. Whale oil processing. Excerpt from Founder of the Greaves Whale Oil House by Ebenezer Greaves. Out at sea, they secure the beast with a hook. We've read this before. You guys can read it again if you want to. I'm not going to. Read it during the main playthrough. Not important. Alright, let's place this guy somewhere out of the way. This seems out of the way enough. Whoops. Totally not what I wanted to do. I was trying to do this. Office key needed. Great, it's right there, isn't it? Is there a way into this place? I don't know, but there's stuff right there that I want. Anything else? Not that I can tell. However, there is something right there. Possibly a way in. Yes, indeed.
You were working for Ramsey. How long? How much does he know by now?
Ramsey? No, this is about the workers. This is about fair pay and safe conditions.
Don't bother. You're not the first of his moles I've caught. What happened, Abigail? I trusted you. Extra elixir rations, bags of coin as bonuses. But you're about to see that my generosity is counterbalanced by a very inhumane side.
Mr. Rothwild, Bundry.
Don't call me that. That privilege is lost to you.
You don't know Ramsey. When he comes for me, he'll kill you. He'll gut you like the street filth you are, and feed you to the rats.
Ah, now it comes out. No one is coming. I've broken your strike, and my butchers are the finest fighters in Dunwall. Miss Ames, you're about to find out a few things I learned when I was a gaffer. I can do things that don't even hurt at first. This conversation is going to last a long, long time.
Looks like he did something to her knee. Also, this
You're going to fight me.
wrist thing looks pretty awesome.
This is going to be fun.
Is he done talking? Boom.
Is anyone there?
No. Hello, Abby.
I know you. Dowd.
Yeah, that's the
The
name.
Knife of Dunwall.
You could say that.
Well, Dowd, what do you want with me?
I'm not here for you. I'm here to learn about a ship called the Delilah.
Did the Lord Regent send you? That old fool, Hiram Burrows. I know all about the Delilah. All of it. And I can give you exactly what you want.
Please do.
Not so fast. I need something from you in exchange.
Of
That's
course.
what I thought. What?
We're both professionals, Mr. Dowd. I was hired to get these gutless workers striking, which I did very nicely. And then destroy the slaughterhouse itself. That's where I got caught. And that's where I need your help.
How?
The whale oil in those tanks out there is enough to destroy this entire place. The important industrial bits, especially. Just open all the valves at once to let the oil start flowing. The pressure will go out of control, and boom.
What about the people inside?
Growing a conscience? The factory workers are already out. My boss will hire them on, in better conditions than they'd ever see here. Not the butchers, though. They can die screaming for all I care.
Don't try and con me.
Wouldn't dream of it. Here's the key. Don't get caught. You take care of the slaughterhouse, and I'll tell you everything I know about the Delilah.
You know, I could put you in Rothwild's interrogation chair myself. Why should I bargain with you?
Because it's a long and messy solution. And I'm gambling you're not the kind of man who likes that. Make a deal with me, and I can tell you what you want, and pay you for your trouble.
I'll consider it.
Well, that's creepy.
The Empress should have hired you to protect her. We'd be living in a different world now.
You have no freaking clue, lady. No freaking clue whatsoever. Injury report code. 5 injuries have been reported over the span of 1 week, resulting in 2 fatalities. Why would you call that an injury report code instead of an injury report? Are you telling me that this is a code 512 by chance? Maybe so. Well, there was an interrogation chair downstairs. Speaking of interrogation, Rothwild, the interrogation chair is set up in the meat locker. Yeah, we found that. And fully powered. We have run some test runs on a few of the most problematic laborers. They spill all of their secrets very quickly. They seem to die easily after about 4 treatments. She's ready for you whenever you need her. Granville, Butcher Foreman. Well, if I go through with her plan, then I will end up destroying this place and killing people. I don't know about that. Shipment manifest. Captain Withers. All of the cargo destined for Samara Tivia has been approved. Please delay loading until just before departure. There's a special delivery that was to be prepared by Foreman Ames, but she has been detained at the moment, so that particular shipment is suspended for now. If the special package has not been prepared by sundown, you may depart on schedule and all other arrangements will be made. Remember, only our approved list of crewmen are allowed to handle this delicate cargo. Marine Clerk Wilmina Board. Okay. So that must be that box that we discovered when we were getting the rune. I don't know why I don't just put him in the chair and interrogate him. Seems like it would be pretty simple, in my opinion. Don't need it. What have we here? Bundry Rothschild. Wild. Whatever. The Opportunist. Excerpt from an investigator's report. Young Rothwild was never convicted for any of the killings. In all cases, the courts ruled that he acted in self-defense or in the defense of his property. Not that his property was substantial. The Rothwilds were not a family of means and depended heavily on the charity of the Abbey of the Everyman. The senior Rothwild went down with the whaling ship Huntress when Bundry was only 10 years old. His mother Ruth was lost the following year to an industrial accident in the bottle-making factory where she worked. Rothwild became the sole guardian for his younger brother and managed to support them both by hanging around the harbor, doing odd jobs for whalers who had known his father or others on the Huntress. By then, Bundry Rothwild was already familiar with the club and the knife, and was no stranger to odd occurrences. Things went from bad to worse for Rothwild when, on his 13th birthday, his younger sibling was taken by the overseers. Allegedly, the boy failed the successive trials and did not return home. Rothwild lacked the funds to pay an investigator, and so no subsequent hints of his brother's fate has ever been learned. This latest tragedy to befall Bundry Rothwild instilled in him a view that the world itself was malevolent and hungry for life, especially innocent life. After a time of black mourning, he approached the whaling ship cutter and began learning the trade from the crew. Rothwild took to whaling with great success. At sea, he hunted the beasts with a single-minded purpose, and would take extraordinary risks in locating and harpooning his prey. Among the crew, those men he could not beat senseless, he outwitted. In short order, he petitioned the maritime barrister Arnold Timish to grant young Rothwild a whaling license, paying the significant fees himself rather than relying on a sponsor for the funds. The rapid ascent of Bundy? You mean Bundry? Rothwild had begun. Typo. A random typo. Ah, poor typos. They're everywhere and no one loves them. Alright. Let's see if there's any other books in here. This looks like something. Factory Management in Our Times. Excerpt from a book covering the approaches and personalities behind Dunwall's dominant whaling houses. Seemingly willing to risk any industrial secrets he possesses, Bundry Rothwild has granted none other than the infamous Anton Sokolov liberal access to the Rothwild slaughterhouse. Sokolov is, of course, well known on several fronts. As a royal physician, he served the late Empress Jessamine Caldwin. The man, originally Tivian, is a fixture in the art world as well, and his portraits are all the rage among the aristocracy. But Sokolov is of interest to Rothwild because of his work as an inventor, and because of his associated role as the head of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. No doubt Bundry Rothwild believes that if Sokolov spends enough time in the guts of his factories, the brilliant man will continually make invaluable adjustments to the machinery there. Who knows what industrial improvements Rothwild has enjoyed since Sokolov began haunting his slaughterhouse. And since the Rothwild process involves keeping the whales alive for sometimes days as a means of extracting more oil from the beasts, Sokolov is keenly interested in visiting so that he may perform his obscure vivisection experiments. In very few places would this be possible, so the benefit to both men is obvious. For those who have had the pleasure of touring Rothwild's facilities, a number of lessons can be taken away. The man runs a tight ship, as it were, with the lowliest workers scantily ever complaining about their role in the scheme of things. The men and women given the most menial labor are issued special cards keyed to the mechanical locks granting access to the slaughterhouse. There is no other way in or out, and to lose the time card is to lose one's job. Lording their position over the others at the top of the hierarchy are the butchers. These men wield advanced cutting saws developed by Rothwild's top mechanists, working out the plans after hearing mere utterances made by Sokolov, as he commented sourly on the lesser devices used in previous years. The butchers enjoy a special relationship with Mr. Rothwild because, according to the company gossip, many of them were with him in years past, when he ran a whaling crew that was notorious across the empire. The pressure valves leading directly from the slaughterhouse to the Greaves refinery are a marvel of engineering, allowing the raw oil to travel in record time straight to the plant where it's processed. As a note of interest, or dare I say even humor, the local fishermen claim that the waters outside the Rothwild slaughterhouse produce the largest and tastiest hagfish. This is most likely due to the gut sewer leading from beneath the whales inside and delivering their organs and offal to the dark waters of the Rin Haven beyond the slaughterhouse. Great, so we have gigantic hagfish Is that what those shark things are? Are they supposed to be giant hagfish? I don't know. Hello.
Fleet report for the month of Nets. The Dauntless sailed north 10 days to no result. Word is she restocked at Driscoll to pursue a large pod east of Morley. The Delilah's coming back fully loaded. No reports of lights or singing. Another sign that Barrister's lost it. The Huntress is in dry dock after a nighttime ramming off Pandyssia. Engineers looked at the damage. They say it wasn't a whale. Or if it was a very odd-looking one.
So apparently they didn't come back with a whale. And it sounds like the guy recording that is none too happy about it. Alright, is there anything else around here that I want to take besides random food? Doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. Alright. So we've got a bone charm there, and there's a rune down that way in the distance. And there's the records office key, which means we can come in and out as much as we want. But I would like to explore the rest of this place since that is the exit. Let's see if there might be anything else going on around here. Random strange whale statues, fantastic. What is this? Ah, stuff. That's not a note, so moving on from there. Got some sleep darts. How many darts do I have? 11? I'll take those. Got some more water. What was that again? It was like 512? Yep, that was definitely a code. What do we have? A water of life. Well, now we've got water that heals our mana, and we've got water that regenerates health. Interesting set of runes, if I do say so myself. Ames negotiations. Mr. Rothwild, my research on Abigail Ames has turned up nothing. She has no close kin that we can leverage. It looks like the plague took her sister and mother. Her father died on a whaling ship of your predecessor about 10 years ago. As far as blackmail goes, she's got no secrets I could uncover. Dowd is an overseer, it seems. Not surprising, since she's rejected every blackmail offer to come her way. I don't think she's making a power play. She seems to legitimately have the best interest of the laborers in mind. I don't know if I believe that. As I interview the workers, it seems she really has them in thrall. They'll do whatever she says, and their belief in her is absolute. If something happens to her, as in like an accident or something, I expect they'll riot. I'll keep searching for an angle on her, but in the meantime, I advise leaving her intact. It might be worth even considering some of her reforms. I know that doesn't suit you, but at least it would buy some time and get the workers back in here. The butchers lack the finer skills to keep this place operational. Your servant, G. That must be, what was his name? Gerald Harper? Something like that?